Hey guys, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be updated every time I make a new video. Thanks, let's begin. It's more polished, yet still maintains that icky feeling from the first. That doesn't make it a good movie. Bunnyman Massacre. This is the 2014 sequel to the 2011 cult hit Bunnyman. But you can check out my review for it up here. Wherever that is. I think it's over here. The plot! Basically, people go camping, they get stalked by the Bunnyman, captured by the Bunnyman, or killed, brought to a warehouse or whatever where his friend, uncle, brother, whatever, is taunting them and making them do things that they really should not do. But it gets pretty dark. Not rape dark, but pretty dark.
How does it feel to make a deal with the devil?
It's a twisted tale of murder for sure. There are also some dark and heavy scenes, and it makes you question if what you are watching is just a dumb B-grade slasher film, or if there is something to this one. The opening credits are layered over some chilling shots of what I suppose is supposed to be Texas, I think, but it was shot in California, so it could just be California like the first one. I still think the ambience and music really add to the scenes as well as several others. Followed by that we get a school bus massacre, which isn't as graphic as one would think, but there sure is a lot of blood. And is what sold people on checking this film out, I think. Also, while there is not a ton of character development, for some of the characters you really don't need it. Sarah, played by Juliana Dowler, is kind of a bitch, but you see why. She is struggling to keep her sister alive, even if it means putting others at risk. Their parents died and she feels responsible and can't lose her sister too.
I'm sorry, but I did what I had to do to protect what's left of my family by sending 3 innocent girls to die.
It leads to a pretty gut punch of an ending, if I do say so myself. Joe, played by David Scott, is insane to the highest degree. Like 95. He's probably trying to channel Bill Moseley's character of Otis, but I think he does it in a slimier way. He's a dirty guy with an even dirtier mind. The Bunnyman himself, Joshua Lane, who actually portrayed him in the first one as well, does a pretty good job as the hulking, cotton-tailed killer. He is obviously still traumatized by the last movie's events that didn't fully go out in his favor, but he still kills. I don't feel bad for him. Sheriff Clint Baxter, played by Marshall Hilton from Primal Rage, is quite good in the role as the lawman of the area. It's just too bad that he isn't used to his full potential. You never really feel his rage after losing 2 deputies. Not even when it's being forced upon us that they had families near the end. They had families, damn it! I didn't really feel it. The rest of the women in the movie are pretty forgettable, but not bad actresses. They play being afraid very well. They pretty much don't run around screaming. They feel the weight of the situation, and are surprisingly, seemingly, genuinely terrified. With this film being around 105 minutes, there are some slow parts. Establishing shots were used to pad out the runtime. I think Wolf Creek 2 did it better with its killer trying to steal the show. However, Joe can still be gross and uncomfortably close to his victims. He has these evil-looking stares that make you feel real uneasy. Almost like there is more to him than just being a dumb redneck. The first movie had dumb characters, but these characters must be deaf or something. One girl is killed like 20 feet away from a couple having sex. They don't hear it. Oh, and don't get me wrong, dumb decisions are made throughout this movie. They are not as infuriating as the first movie, but still. The gore, the effects, there's tons of blood splattering everywhere. There's CG and practical blood spray. We also get more than a few juicy chainsaw kills, a gnarly shotgun blast to the face, and nasty wounds, as well as disturbing skeletons. Like, they're slimy. While the gore isn't quite there, there's still enough of the red stuff to satisfy. Like I said, the blood is mostly a combination of practical and CG blood spurting out everywhere. It's the best of both worlds, I think. It's not terrible CG blood, it could have been a lot worse. The motion picture soundtrack, Peter Scartabello, who composed all three films, does create ambience quite well. There's piano, violin, and keyboard work that really accentuates the feeling of dread. He sounds a bit more experimental with this one. Lots of what sounded like pots and pans used to make dong sound effects, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I like in the trailer for this movie, they have the 28 Days Later theme playing. It's like, that's not yours. Overall, this is a step up from the first movie in quite a few ways. While it doesn't feel as grimy as the first, it's still got that icky vibe to it. What with skeletons hanging out to dry and Joe feeling a woman, it's a nasty movie. There are dumb decisions made just for people to be killed. Not only having the characters with their inability to just leave, but the filmmakers' choices such as having no one hear a damn thing. I love you. Did you hear something? Absolutely not. This one is way more memorable than the first, though. In this drier landscape, the lush wilderness is gone, and what you're left with is a couple of killers and a massacre. Overall, I give Bunnyman Massacre a 1.5 out of 5. It's really close to a 2, but not quite there. Thank you all for watching, and I'm Brian Gatto, the horror shark. Make sure to like, comment on, as well as share this video. Like my Facebook fan page and support me on Patreon. Even $1 a month will help keep this channel going on strong, and I greatly appreciate it. Plus, you get access to bodycounts and other music videos that you cannot get on YouTube because of copyright and date restriction. Monetary support. If you want to support the channel through PayPal, it's horrorshow37@gmail.com. I greatly appreciate that too. But if you don't want to support me with any money, just hit that notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And as always, subscribe. Bunny Hop.